Peace, 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 family. I am your boy Nine. You know, I be on words. Can't be a grown man calling himself a boy. I am your grown man, your friend, your family member. Nine Supreme. Nina Capina at YouTube. Google me. Check me out. Nah, peace, family. I'm out here with the water. It's been a minute since I've been able to come out here. It's been cold. You know what I mean? But it's gonna get colder up here in Michigan, so you gotta take advantage of these days like this. Especially if you're into oil cleansing, like how some people sun gaze. I oil cleanse, looking into the flowing of water. This ain't no ocean. This ain't no Great Lake. This is what I got though, so I gotta work with what I got. It's flowing. You feel me? Out here dripping. You know what I mean? They dripping. You be like, no, how you dripping? You ain't just a hoodie. Your hair looking natural. How you dripping? That ain't dripping. Well, it's dripping to me. You know what I mean? I know times change. I know the etymology of the words stay the same, but the way people say it be different. Probably in a time way long ago when they said dripping, it meant something totally different. Just like when I was coming up as a shorty, we would say dripping. That was the women saying dripping. They was talking about that vagina, that good wet. and excuse me for my serious people on here. That's just me. You know what I mean? That's what the dripping was really like. A female enticing the man. Like, I got that wet. You know how now you catch brothers saying they wet, they dripping. And I got nothing against what people say, because the language changed. I try to catch on and be with it. But when I say dripping, I mean I'm dripping from going in the storm. I made it out the storm. It ain't no secret. I did 13 and a half in the pen. Been gangbanging my whole entire, you know what I'm saying? My mama was with the shit before her mother was with the shit. So I just grew up with being with the shit. So, but when I finally made it out of the shit, made it out of the storm, out of there, I came back. Because I ain't want to run away from nothing, leave my peoples. Even with this music. Not when I make it, I'm making it. It's going, it's moving. But anyways, check me out on all major platforms. But I'm doing it for my peoples. Doing it for you. I'm putting 2% back into the homeless and all that. That's what I'm on. Made it out of the storm and going back in, dripping. You feel what I mean? But since we on this dripping, let me touch on this before I get on the subject at hand. And we don't need this notebook, so all this be random. Off the dome. Through notes though. I'll take a note, and then I'll take, you know what I'm saying, the ancestors, my knowledge, and hit y'all with it. With a sober mind. Unless I'm off some elevate. But while we on dripping, everybody dripping. Everybody dripping. What's a drip? What's a drip? Y'all see that drop? Y'all see a couple of them. Y'all see how small that is. You can't even see it from right here. You see that? That's a minute body of water though. You can drown in there. You can get took under in there. That ain't no ocean. It don't flow into the next ocean, to the next. But you see that body of water? That's what we is. That's what we are. One drip, drop, all that dissipates. That dries out. We gotta be a flow. When we come together, when all the drips and the drops come together, we that flow. We that ocean, and we taking down buildings, and we taking down White Houses, parliaments. And we flowing together. Then you look at the water. If you look at it from a zombie perspective, you'll think the water going all kind of ways. It look like the water going this way, it look like the water going that way. But once this opens up, once your first eye open up, some call it third eye. Once your first eye open up, you can see through that water, into that water. Not just see the water, see into that water. And you will notice that the water is moving at a vibration. Every one of, not even, you ain't got to throw nothing in the water to see the ripple. It's all moving together in a form. The little drips and drops become big because they connected with the other water, the body of water, and it's flowing and it's moving together and it's pushing down shit. The drips, they drying around the rocks and stuff, becoming mud, getting stepped on. So we dripping, but we need to come together. All the drips, all the ones wet, all the shiners come together and we're gonna flow. Real talk. Where I'm at though, that wasn't even on the subject. You know, I'm out here on the water. What I wanna hit y'all with, I believe it's temptation. I believe today the subject gonna be temptation. Feel me? What y'all know about temptation? Yeah. All right, now, so we're gonna go right here. If we all use this. We're gonna go with practicing self-restraint. That's what we on, practicing self-restraints, which temptation comes up under practicing self-restraints. And I gotta speed up, cause we in a world where if it ain't moving fast, if you ain't getting to the point, if the traffic ain't flowing, people stop, they gotta stay still, they blowing their horn, and they missing the message. So you gotta figure out how to get the message to the people in a quicker manner. Self-restraints. In order to elevate, to get to where you're trying to go in life, you're gonna have to practice some kind of form of self-restraint, and one form of lead to another. It's just really a self-dedication thing. Self-restraint is practicing something that you normally would do that's non-beneficial to you, that you don't even be stopping yourself from doing it. You know it ain't good for you. I see people all the time. People be around me that's highly educated on certain stuff but still do the stuff that it say not to do. But that's just what we do. That's human nature. So we got to start making our mind practice doing the stuff that we supposed to do, and the stuff that we ain't supposed to do, we supposed to skip past that. And how you do that, you got to practice little at a time. Straight up. We're going to get into sex. To the masturbator. Like, this is nothing against the masturbator. Everybody got to get it in. I'm a person that say, you better masturbate than go out there and fuck random people and just not want to get up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. Energy. When we come in tune, because we represent 50, like I'm a man, I represent a 50% of a man, of a whole. A woman represents the other 50. When we come in tune, we represent one. Even if it's for that split second if you're a minute man. Even if for that hour, if you Tyson. However long you going in, you coming in tune with that person. You absorbing what that person going through. That person absorbing what you going through. That person could be stronger than you. You could be weaker than that person, and you could be draining that person. That person could be, you know what I'm saying, weaker. You could be strong. That person could be draining you. It's an exchange of energy, of oneness coming in tune. So you could be jumping the bones of somebody that's low frequency. That ain't about nothing but a pretty face, and that's it. Even got some good, or maybe have some good whatever, and that's it. But you done already became in tune with this person, so once that person leaves, that person's a part of you and you're a part of that person. A person that you don't even, so now when you lonely or bored, you don't even want to share yourself with nobody. Y'all connected, even if you don't like them. They'll be with somebody else and it'll hurt you because you don't put yourself, became a part of that person. So that's why I say sometimes you do gotta masturbate, do your own thing and wash your butt. As I was talking about the percentage of a male and a woman, the percentage of your body, 50% of your body make up from your sperm, from your mother and your father. The sperm is what reproduces. That's the real, like, so we've been taught it's just like a nut, but it's more powerful. So powerful, a drip. If we was talking about a drip, a whole dynasty of a family can come from that. So that's how strong that energy is that you could be wasting. And what are you wasting it on? When you masturbating, are you masturbating in your mind? Not lusting, but you know, like with your own image. Time traveling, coming into that person, are you looking at a low frequency porno or something that you lusting on? Cause that's a spell casting, and too much of anything that you do will fuck you up. You will become a pervert. So you gotta practice self-restraints, even if you on that. Since I got off subject, we're gonna get on that. Even if you doing that, do it in moderation to where you ain't doing it no more. Because once you practice, once you restrain once you're on your journey, if you single, because if you with somebody, y'all supposed to be in tune with each other. Y'all supposed to be having healthy sex and loving on each other, because sex is a journey. It's another dimension, a spiritual dimension. So once y'all connect together, y'all could be on a whole nother realm. So, but if you by yourself, you should practice self-restraint. If you're a person that go in every night, practice going in every other night. Or just like, or maybe the third or fourth night. Like, practice doing what you can't do to strengthen yourself. And the time that you're not having sex, you're working out, you reading, you applying yourself, you doing something else, and that's elevating yourself. But you got to be doing it for yourself. You can't be doing like drugs or doing nothing else to take you from that because you're a sex addict or something. So now you smoking, or now you drinking to take you off that. No, do something to elevate your spirit, that have you on that same high as that sex did.